I think I found the best stain for poplar, the best green stain that is. Very, very pretty stain. And instead of fighting the greens into the poplar, what if we embrace it? What if we use those green to make a beautiful green tone? So as you can see, the green, the original green into this poplar piece is coming through, but it really complements the stain that I applied to this board. And this could be a really nice finish for your furniture. Poplar is an excellent wood for furniture, does not have knots, it's usually very clean and straight, and it could be really, really nice, just stain. You do not always have to paint your poplar. So this is what we will achieve today. I will show you how I stain this piece and we'll get this beautiful green tone. If you can't fight it, then join it. Have you ever heard that saying before? Well, today I am going to show you how to stain this piece of poplar over here. I chose one that has a lot of greens into it. And I showed you before how to turn this poplar into this. If you did not see that video, I'll put in the end of this video. But this took a lot of steps. And what if you just want to apply one stain and call it good? Well, we will apply a green stain to enhance the green. We'll embrace it and make this poplar look amazing. So let's go right into it, see how we can turn this poplar over here into this over here. Here is my board. The first thing we need to do is, just like any other furniture piece, we need to sand it. I'm using these bench cookies from Rockler. I'll put the link in the description below. This will help my board stay on the table and not move as I'm sanding it. So I'll be going through the grits from 120 all the way to 220. Do not skip a step. If you want to get good looking finish, well, you gotta put in the work. The next step now is to remove the dust from your workpiece. You can use a rag, whatever you want, a tack cloth. What I like to use is just my vacuum, but make sure you use a brush attachment because you do not want to scratch your surface. So always use a brush when you vacuum the dust from your piece of furniture. Now, if you did not see the video where I showed you how to achieve this beautiful aged cherry or mahogany look with the poplar, I'm gonna give you a quick recap, but like I said, I'll also put it in the end of this video. What we did for this one is we sanded our surface, then we raised the grain with water, and then we sanded back down. We used a pre-stain, and then we used a dye. We used the amber dye from General Finishes. It's a water-based dye. Then we use a stain, we use the black cherry, a water-based stain, and that's how we achieve this beautiful look. And all the warm tones are canceling the greens, and that's how we ended up with that. Now there is a way to completely remove the green out of your poplar and make it like a warm brownish, light brown tone. And that is by using oxalic acid. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see a demonstration how to remove the green. But that also takes about 24 hours to completely do the process. So we just want to do it quick. We sanded our board. Now it's time to apply our stain. For the stain, I'll be using the Veritane wood stain. This is an oil-based stain and the color is Rustic Sage. Now, if you guys been following my channel for a while, you know I do not like to use oil stains just because I don't like the smell. I do not like the cleanup. And I prefer water-based, and a lot of people are afraid to use water-based because they get blotchiness, but that's because they don't know how to apply it properly. If you want to know how to apply it properly, watch that video on the end of this video. So we'll be using this oil base, and because it is oil based, we do not need to raise the grain. So I'm going to open this can and give it a good mix. Now I've tried many shades of green to find the perfect one that works on poplar. I'm going to show you two crazy ones that I had here that I pulled out from the trash after trying. I think I tried 8 kinds of greens and they're just all bad. Here's 2 really bad ones too. And then here's one that looks like walnut. This is all poplar. I like that one, but let me know if you want to see a video on the brown one. So we're digressing. I have to, when you have a stain or a dye, make sure you really stir it because all that pigment is usually settles on the bottom. So if you don't properly stir it, you are not going to get the color. Now to apply the stain, I grew to really like this sponges over here. This sponges works really well for applying the stain. They look something like this. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to give them a try. So really easy. I'm just gonna dunk the sponge into my stain just like this and start kind of from the middle. You want to start from the middle when you pull the stain, because if you start on the end, you get like puddles in the end. You have to be nice and uniform. But this is what it looks like so far. Now when it dries, it will look a little bit different, of course. So, gonna let it sit, go walk my dogs. I'll see you back in an hour. All right, it's been about 40 minutes since we applied the stain, and I want to show you what it looks like now. Now that it dried, it has this beautiful muted green. Let me see if I can get it closer. It depends on how the light hits it. I don't know if you can see the beauty of it. Maybe this way. So you can see the green from the poplar coming through, but now it's complementing this stain. So I think together they just look fantastic. So this is what it looks like, the green we did, and this is what it looks like, the red tone we did. I think the green, it's so beautiful, and you can achieve it so easy with just one coat. And now you want to let this completely dry. I would say at least 6 hours before you put a finish. Now you can add any finish you want, but if you want to do a water-based finish, there's a trick to it, because this is an oil-based stain, so that means it has solvents on it, and once it dries, the solvents will rise to the top of the wood, so you will have this like oily film that you cannot see. If you look at it, it looks nothing oily or anything like that, but it's there. And then, you know, we know water and oil doesn't mix, so if you just put a water-based finish on it, you're not gonna get a good finish. So can you use water-based finish over the oil stain? Yes, you can. The trick is to let the stain completely dry overnight, and then take a lint-free rag, like a white t-shirt or something like that, and use a little bit of denatured alcohol and just gently wipe the surface. You do not want to rub, you do not want to remove the stain. You just want to gently wipe the surface just to remove those oils, and then let it dry and you're ready to put a water-based finish. Let's take one more look at our board. Beautiful green. I would be very happy to have a piece of furniture that is this green. I think it's a very usable color, and it's not scary at all. It's pleasant to the eye, and I think it makes for a great finish. I hope this was useful to you and you learned something new. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Skylar Ewing, and I'll see you in my next video.